Let's talk about something that can be pretty scary: getting the results from a spinal MRI. All those big clinical words can feel like a horror story. But what if the story your MRI is telling isn't a horror story at all? You know that feeling, right? You get the report in your hands, maybe it's an email, and your heart kind of sinks as you open it. And you just see this list of intimidating terms that sound, well, really, really bad. It can be a seriously stressful experience. I mean, these are the usual suspects, aren't they? Disc degeneration, disc bulge, annular fissure. These words just sound bad, like something is broken or worn out or falling apart. And if you're already in pain, reading these can make you feel like your back is just a ticking time bomb. But just hold on a second, because we're about to dive into some really fascinating science that might just flip the script on what you think those words mean. We're going to uncover the surprising truth about what a normal spine actually looks like. All right, so check this out. A group of researchers wanted to get to the bottom of this once and for all. They did this huge review, pulling together data from 33 different studies. All told, they looked at the spinal images of over 3,000 people. I mean, that's a ton of data. But here's the kicker, the absolute twist in the story. Every single one of those 3,110 people was totally asymptomatic. They had zero back pain. None. They were just out there living their lives completely pain-free. So whatever showed up on their scans clearly wasn't causing them any trouble. Okay, so this is where things get really, really interesting. Let's dig into the data from all these pain-free folks and see what a normal spine actually looks like on an MRI. Let's start with the big one, okay? Disc degeneration. It's probably the most common and, let's be honest, the most scary-sounding thing you'll see on a report. So what percentage of people with absolutely no pain have it? Let's break it down by age. And get this, we're starting with 20-year-olds here. Even in this super young group, people who are supposed to have perfectly healthy backs, more than a third of them already showed signs of disc degeneration on their MRIs. 37%. Okay, now let's jump forward to age 50. And the number is just, wow, 80%. That's 4 out of every 5 people with absolutely no back pain have disc degeneration showing up on their scans. The number has more than doubled. And by the time we hit 80, it's pretty much a given. 96%. I mean, at that point, it's more normal to have it than not. This just paints such a clear picture, doesn't it? This isn't really a disease as much as it is just a completely normal part of aging. And hey, this isn't just about disc degeneration. Look at this. The same pattern holds true for all sorts of things. Disc bulges? Yep, 30% of pain-free 20-year-olds have them, and that number shoots up to 84% by age 80. Facet degeneration, another one that sounds pretty bad, goes from just 4% in your 20s to a whopping 83% in your 80s. The pattern is crystal clear. So what's the takeaway here? How are we supposed to think about all this? Well, there's a really great analogy that helps make sense of it all. Think of these findings as wrinkles on the inside. And look, this isn't just me coming up with a catchy phrase. This is straight from the horse's mouth, the actual conclusion of the scientific paper. They literally say, and I quote, "Many imaging-based degenerative features are likely part of normal aging and unassociated with pain. It's not damage, it's just life happening." So this is the big mental shift we all need to make. We have to move away from this common view that these things are pathological damage, something broken that needs fixing. The new view, the evidence-based view, is that it's just normal aging. It's like getting gray hair or, getting wrinkles. It just happens. Okay, so this is all fascinating stuff, right? But what does it actually mean for you? What are you supposed to do with this information the next time you're staring at an MRI report? All right, let's boil it all down. Here are the key takeaways you need to lock in. Number 1, all those scary-sounding findings, they are incredibly common in people with zero pain. Number 2, they become way more common as we get older. It's a feature of aging, not some kind of bug in the system. And number 3, and this is probably the most important one, an image is just a picture. It is not a diagnosis. A good doctor has to connect what's on that scan to what's actually happening with you and your symptoms. So, the next time you see one of those reports, or you're worrying about what it might say, I want you to just pause and ask yourself this one question. Is my spine really damaged? Or is it just telling the story of my life? Because all the evidence points to the fact that, most of the time, it's just telling the rich, detailed story of a body that has carried you through a whole lot of years.